You ever stop and ask yourself, why am I still single? Society might tell you something's wrong, that you're missing out. But let me tell you something. Being a man with no girlfriend isn't a curse. It's an opportunity. It's the chance to discover who you are when there's no one else around to define you. You see, a man with no girlfriend isn't lost. He's building. He's sharpening his skills, focusing on his purpose, and making sure that when the right time comes, he's ready for it. The world will try to convince you to fill your time with distractions, but I'm here to challenge you to go deeper. Because if you don't know yourself, how can you expect anyone else to truly know or respect you? Stick with me, because by the end of this speech, you'll realize that being single isn't a weakness. It's your secret weapon. When you're single, you're not just alone, you're free. Free to work on yourself without compromise. It's in these moments of solitude that you can master your mind, your body, and your craft. This is where greatness is born, not in the company of others, but in the quiet hours when no one's watching. The world is full of distractions. Relationships can be one of them if you're not careful. When you have no girlfriend, you have the chance to focus on what really matters. Your goals, your ambitions, and your legacy. Let that drive you, because purpose is what separates the greats from the average. It takes a strong man to be alone and still stand tall. Emotional independence is your ability to remain unshaken, whether you're loved or left. Women respect a man who doesn't need them to feel complete, because that's the man they know they can depend on. Too many men rush into relationships because they're afraid of loneliness. But settling for less isn't love. It's fear. Use your time wisely. Build yourself into the kind of man who deserves the partner you dream of, and never settle for anything less than that. Confidence doesn't come from how many people you date. It comes from knowing your value. A man who can walk into a room, single, and still command respect is a man who understands his worth. The single years are the foundation for the future. This is your time to dream big, make bold moves, and create a life that's so full and vibrant, you won't need anyone else to complete it. And when the right person comes along, they'll be stepping into a life of abundance, not filling a void. So, to the man with no girlfriend, let me leave you with this. Being single doesn't mean you're alone. It means you're in control. Use this time to become the man you were meant to be. Build yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. When you do, you'll find that the right person won't complete you, they'll complement you. When you're single, you're not just alone, you're free. It's a freedom that many underestimate, often viewing it as a void rather than a valuable phase of life. But being a man with no girlfriend offers an opportunity that can change everything if you approach it with the right mindset. This is your time to master yourself in ways that are often impossible when you're caught up in the dynamics of a relationship. Solitude is where self-mastery begins. It forces you to confront the person you see in the mirror without distractions, without excuses, and without external validation. It's here in the quiet moments that you learn what you're truly capable of. This isn't about running from relationships or avoiding love. It's about becoming the kind of man who's ready for whatever life throws at him. When you don't have a girlfriend, you have the luxury of time and energy to focus entirely on yourself. You can dive deeply into your passions, sharpen your skills, and pursue goals that might otherwise be compromised in a relationship. Think about the hours you would spend texting, calling, or planning dates. All of that time can now be invested in learning a new skill, improving your health, or building your career. This is how you lay the foundation for a life that's strong, stable, and satisfying, whether or not someone else is in the picture. A man with no girlfriend has the rare chance to build a relationship with himself, which is the most important relationship of all. Many people jump into partnerships seeking to fill a void, to feel complete through someone else. But the truth is, no one else can give you the self-worth you're looking for. It has to come from within. When you're single, you have the opportunity to discover your values, your strengths, and your weaknesses. You can address the areas of your life that need improvement without the pressure of trying to meet someone else's expectations. This is the time to ask yourself tough questions. Who am I? What do I want? What legacy do I want to leave behind? In this process, you're not just mastering skills or setting goals, you're mastering your mindset. You learn discipline when there's no one there to hold you accountable but yourself. You develop resilience when you face challenges without a partner to lean on. You build confidence by accomplishing things on your own, proving to yourself that you're capable and strong. These qualities don't just make you a better person, they make you a better partner when the time comes. Solitude can be uncomfortable at times. It might feel like the world expects you to be in a relationship, as if your worth depends on it. But the man who can embrace being alone is the man who understands his true power. He knows that this phase of life isn't about waiting for someone to complete him. It's about becoming so complete on his own that he can walk into any relationship as an equal, not as someone who's looking to be rescued or fixed. The world is full of distractions, and for many men, relationships can become one of the biggest diversions from their true purpose. When you have no girlfriend, you're granted a rare and precious gift, the chance to focus entirely on what matters most to you. This isn't a period of lack, it's a season of alignment. A time to center your energy and direct it toward the goals that define your life. Purpose is what separates a man who simply exists from a man who thrives. And being single gives you the clarity to identify and pursue that purpose without compromise. When you're in a relationship, even a healthy one, your time and energy are divided. There are compromises to be made, expectations to meet, and shared priorities to consider. While love and companionship are valuable, they require a level of investment that can pull you away from your personal ambitions. Without a girlfriend, you have no such distractions. You can wake up every day with a singular focus, pouring your time, effort, and creativity into building the life you envision. This doesn't mean that relationships aren't worthwhile. It simply means that the absence of one gives you an unparalleled opportunity to focus on yourself. This is your chance to dream big and think long term. What do you want your life to look like in 5 years, 10 years? Without the immediate concerns of a relationship, you can set goals that are bold and ambitious. Maybe it's advancing in your career, starting a business, or mastering a skill you've always wanted to learn. Whatever it is, now is the time to pursue it with relentless determination. Your purpose isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. It's about developing the discipline, resilience, and confidence that come from chasing something meaningful. When you're focused on your purpose, you also begin to attract the right kind of people into your life. A man with a clear vision and unwavering drive is magnetic. He doesn't need to chase validation or approval because his actions speak for themselves. Women respect and admire a man who knows what he wants and goes after it with everything he's got. By prioritizing your goals over fleeting pleasures, you're not just building a better life. You're becoming a better man. This period of focus also teaches you the value of patience. In a world that constantly urges you to rush into relationships, rush into decisions, rush into conformity, you learn the power of waiting for the right opportunities, waiting for the right partner, waiting for the right moment to make your next move. Purpose-driven men understand that greatness isn't built overnight. It's forged through consistent effort, sacrifice, and an unshakable belief in their vision. So while others may view your single status as a gap to be filled, you know better. You see it for what it truly is. A time to define your path, refine your skills, and lay the groundwork for a future that's entirely your own. This is the season to let your purpose lead the way. It takes an extraordinary kind of strength to stand alone and remain emotionally independent in a world that constantly tells you to find someone to depend on. When you have no girlfriend, you're not bound by the emotional tides that come with relationships. Instead, you have the chance to build emotional resilience, a quality that few truly possess. Emotional independence isn't about shutting people out or refusing to care. It's about cultivating the ability to thrive on your own terms without relying on someone else to stabilize you or fill an emotional void. In relationships, it's easy to fall into patterns of seeking comfort, reassurance, or even identity through another person. But when you're single, you're forced to face your emotions head on. There's no one to lean on when times get tough, no partner to validate your feelings, and no one to provide a buffer between you and life's challenges. This is where emotional independence is born. It's in the moments of solitude, when you confront your fears, insecurities, and doubts, that you begin to understand your true strength. Learning to stand alone emotionally isn't always easy. It requires you to look inward and address the parts of yourself that you might otherwise ignore. Maybe it's unresolved pain from the past, lingering self-doubt, or the fear of being unworthy of love. Whatever it is, being single gives you the space to work through it without the distraction of a relationship. You have the freedom to explore who you are at your core, beyond the roles and expectations that come with being someone's partner. This journey toward emotional independence doesn't mean you'll never need or want anyone else. It simply means that your happiness and stability won't depend on someone else's presence. You'll learn to provide for yourself emotionally, whether that means finding healthy ways to cope with stress, seeking out meaningful friendships, or discovering passions that bring you joy. The more you invest in your own emotional well-being, the stronger and more grounded you become. And here's the truth: women respect a man who doesn't need them to feel complete. Emotional independence is one of the most attractive qualities a man can have because it signals confidence, maturity, and self-respect. It shows that you're not looking for someone to fix you or make you whole. You've already done the work yourself. This doesn't just make you a better partner when the time comes. It makes you a man others admire and look up to. Being single is not a sign of emotional inadequacy. In fact, it's often the opposite. It's a sign that you're willing to take the time to grow, to heal, and to strengthen yourself. It's a period of preparation where you develop the tools and resilience you'll carry into every aspect of your life. Emotional independence isn't something you're born with. It's something you earn through effort, self-reflection, and a willingness to embrace the discomfort of standing alone. And when you master it, you become unshakable. Time is one of the most valuable assets you'll ever have, and when you don't have a girlfriend, you're in control of how you spend every moment. Relationships, while beautiful and meaningful, often require a significant investment of time. There are dates, conversations, compromises, and countless little moments that, while fulfilling, can also detract from other priorities. But when you're single, every second is yours to claim. This is your chance to take full ownership of your time and use it to build a life that reflects your vision and ambitions. Without the responsibilities of a relationship, your schedule is wide open to focus on what matters most to you. Whether it's advancing in your career, improving your physical fitness, learning a new skill, or simply dedicating more hours to a passion project, being single allows you to invest in yourself without the distractions of a romantic partnership. Think about the possibilities, the books you can read, the goals you can achieve, and the progress you can make when every hour of your day is aligned with your personal growth. This freedom isn't something to take for granted. In a relationship, your time often has to align with someone else's needs, desires, and availability. While this is a natural and rewarding part of sharing your life with someone, it also means you might have to put your own aspirations on hold. Being single removes that equation entirely, giving you uninterrupted stretches of time to explore, experiment, and excel. This is when you can establish routines that serve your future self, whether it's committing to a morning workout, diving into a professional certification, or mapping out a business plan you've always dreamed of. Time isn't just about productivity, it's also about discovery. When you're not tied up in a relationship, you have the space to explore who you are and what truly fulfills you. This might mean trying new hobbies, traveling to places you've always wanted to visit, or spending more time with friends and family. Every moment becomes an opportunity to enrich your life in a way that's meaningful to you. This meaningful is liberating. Every moment becomes an opportunity to enrich your life in a way that's meaningful to you. You're not just passing time, you're using it to grow, to learn, and to become a better version of yourself. When you manage your time well, you set yourself apart. Women notice a man who is disciplined, focused, and intentional about how he spends his days. It's not just about being busy, it's about being purposeful. A man who knows how to make the most of his time signals ambition and self-respect. He's not waiting for someone to come along and give his life meaning. He's creating meaning on his own. The beauty of having time to yourself is that it lays the foundation for a future of abundance. Every hour you spend building your skills, strengthening your mindset, and pursuing your dreams pays dividends down the road. It's not just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. And when the right relationship eventually comes along, you'll be bringing the best version of yourself to the table because you used your time wisely. Society often pushes the narrative that a man without a girlfriend is somehow incomplete, but nothing could be further from the truth. When you don't have a girlfriend, you have the opportunity to master self-reliance, a skill that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Self-reliance is the foundation of true confidence, the kind that doesn't need external validation to feel secure. It's about knowing you can stand on your own, make decisions for yourself, and handle whatever life throws your way. Being single allows you to cultivate this independence in ways that few other experiences can. When you're in a relationship, there's often someone else to share responsibilities, provide emotional support, or help solve problems. But when you're on your own, those challenges become yours alone to face. It's in those moments of solitude that you discover your strength. You learn how to manage your finances, maintain your living space, and navigate the complexities of life without leaning on anyone else. These are the skills that build character and resilience, shaping you into a man who is capable and self-assured. This independence doesn't just apply to practical matters. It extends to your emotional well-being as well. When you're single, you learn to find fulfillment within yourself rather than seeking it in someone else. This is an invaluable lesson because it means your happiness isn't tied to another person's presence or approval. You become the source of your own contentment, which is a powerful place to operate from. A self-reliant man isn't afraid of being alone because he understands that his worth isn't determined by his relationship status. The beauty of self-reliance is that it doesn't close you off from others. It enhances the relationships you choose to form. When you're confident in your ability to stand on your own, you approach connections with others from a place of abundance rather than need. You're not looking for someone to complete you. You're looking for someone to complement the life you've already built. This mindset not only makes you more attractive, but also ensures that any relationship you enter into is based on mutual respect and shared values, not dependency. And the last thing I'll say is this. Mastering self-reliance also forces you to confront your weaknesses and grow stronger because of them. It's easy to rely on a partner to fill in the gaps, whether it's emotional support, practical help, or even social validation. But when you're single, there's no one to fall back on but yourself. This is where real growth happens. You learn to take responsibility for your actions, develop problem-solving skills, and build the kind of inner strength that no one can take away from you. A self-reliant man is a force to be reckoned with. He doesn't wait for permission, doesn't seek approval, and doesn't depend on anyone else to pave the way for him. He takes charge of his life and makes things happen. And while society might try to tell you otherwise, being single is not a deficit. It's an opportunity to become the best version of yourself, fully prepared to face the world on your own terms. When you're not in a relationship, you have an unparalleled opportunity to cultivate focus. This focus isn't just about working hard. It's about directing your energy, time, and attention toward the things that truly matter to you. Without the distractions or demands that often accompany a romantic partnership, you can lock in on your goals with unmatched intensity and clarity. It's in this space of undivided focus that greatness is forged. Being single means you don't have to split your mental and emotional bandwidth between your personal aspirations and someone else's needs or expectations. This allows you to channel your efforts toward building your career, pursuing your passions, or achieving long-held dreams. Relationships, while rewarding, can sometimes pull you in multiple directions. But when you're on your own, the only agenda you need to prioritize is your own. This is your time to identify what success means to you and work relentlessly toward it. Focus isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about recognizing where your energy is best spent and eliminating distractions that don't align with your purpose. When you don't have a girlfriend, you can craft a life that reflects your priorities without compromise. You can build routines, set ambitious targets, and hold yourself accountable to the standards you've set for yourself. This kind of discipline is a game changer, not only in terms of what you accomplish, but also in how you see yourself. What's more, the focus you develop during this time isn't temporary. It becomes a part of who you are. It's a mindset that you carry with you into every aspect of your life. This clarity and drive don't just help you achieve your goals. They make you a magnet for success. People are drawn to a man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to go after it. Women, too, respect and admire a man with purpose because it shows strength, ambition. This period of intense focus also allows you to prepare for the future. The habits you build, the skills you acquire, and the goals you achieve now lay the groundwork for a life of abundance. Whether it's financial stability, personal growth, or professional success, every step you take toward your goals today positions you for greater opportunities tomorrow. And when the right relationship comes along, you'll be bringing your best self to the table, a man who knows his worth and what he stands for. Focus doesn't mean shutting the world out or becoming isolated. It means being intentional with how you live your life. It means recognizing that this chapter, though it may be solitary, is one of the most important in shaping the man you're becoming. Use it wisely. The sharper your focus now, the brighter your future will be. In life, every season has a purpose, and being without a girlfriend is not a void to be filled. It's a chapter to be embraced. It's a time to build strength, refine focus, master self-reliance, and invest in the person you are becoming. It's a season to claim your time, create your vision, and align your energy with your goals. This is your opportunity to develop into a man of value, someone who leads with purpose, confidence, and unwavering determination. When you choose to embrace this moment, instead of longing for what's absent, you unlock the power to shape your destiny. You are not defined by whether or not you have a partner. You are defined by the choices you make, the values you uphold, and the life you create. So, use this time to grow, to strive, and to thrive. When the right person enters your life, they will meet a man who is complete, focused, and ready, not because they filled a gap, but because you built yourself into a force to be reckoned with.